This influencer is now crying on camera because she was caught using AI videos and pictures of her doing charity work and even faked her own charity award with AI. And of course, her response to all of this made everything so much worse. So it's safe to say we have quite the video today. So this influencer obtained millions of followers by sharing her faith and charity work, but now people are questioning how much of the charity work was actually real. But Lily J, she's been on the internet for a long time. A few years ago, she was living a completely different life. She was working in entertainment. She performed as a burlesque dancer. She tried launching a music career. And then she posted the kind of luxury style content that kind of makes you go, oh yeah, that's just standard influencer stuff. Essentially the whole trust me bro, I'm rich influencer starter pack. But then suddenly everything changed. Lily publicly converted to Islam and documented almost every step of her journey. She talked about going from being an atheist to embracing her new faith, learning to pray, wearing a hijab, reading the Quran, and encouraging other people to explore Islam as well. And it's safe to say her content has gotten interesting.
Did you know Jack Sparrow from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies was Muslim in real life?
So, according to her own story, even ChatGPT played a role into helping answer her questions during her search for faith. Apparently she just used it like this.
Hey ChatGPT, I have a question. How should I live my life? Should I believe in God? Should I be atheist, agnostic? I want to live a happy life, have fun, but also have a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Can you please tell me in one sentence, and you must pick one way?
If I had to pick one way, I would suggest believing in God through Islam, as it provides a fulfilling balance of happiness, purpose, and the hope for an eternal afterlife.
Wow, my mind is actually blown right now.
I don't think you should be using ChatGPT like the sorting hat from Harry Potter to just pick your religion, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Regardless though, her audience ended up exploding into the millions of people, and she became one of the biggest Muslim influencers on social media. For many people, they looked at her as someone who transformed her life and wanted to help others do the same. But there was also a massive problem about her online identity, because she didn't just talk about religion. No, she also presented herself as someone doing humanitarian work in places like Gaza, Uganda, Sudan, Nepal, and other struggling countries. And her videos showed children receiving food, clothes, Qurans, and aid. And she spoke out about opening orphanages, supporting families, even building projects overseas. And she's the founder of something called the Lily J Foundation. And the site has a lot of live videos on it that aren't live at all. Yeah, we'll get into that. But on the website, it talks about orphan care, building wells, and so on and so on. And I guess after going through the website, I will say the animal sacrifice section definitely made me do a double take. So apparently you're just buying an animal and that meat from the animal would then be distributed to kids, but still odd way of wording that. But essentially she was asking people to believe they were watching real charity work, making a real difference. And that's exactly why what happened next turned into such a big controversy, because when people started taking a closer look, some of these videos aren't making sense. Because apparently some of these emotional videos might have not existed at all. So first, ABC News Verify decided to dig a little deeper. And at first, it was just the little things that didn't quite add up. One video showed Lily standing in front of what was supposed to be a newly opened orphanage in Africa. She's smiling, she's surrounded by children, with a giant Lily J Foundation banner hanging behind everyone. It looks exactly like the kind of heartwarming video that would rack up millions of views online. But according to ABC's investigation, there was a huge problem here. They concluded the woman in the clip wasn't actually Lily. They say it was an AI-generated version of her. Okay, which then, presents the question, where's the money going? What's going on here? Is the money going to kids? I don't know. But not only that, they also reported on some of the children in the background, and even the foundation banner itself appeared to have all been created with AI. And this wasn't just like one strange video. No, ABC says they found multiple examples where AI appeared to have been mixed into the content posted by the Lily J Foundation. So in another clip, Lily is standing beside a truck that's supposed to be delivering aid into Gaza. And here she's gesturing towards a large foundation logo on the side of a truck. And the banner appears to, I guess, flicker across her arm, which is, obviously a visual glitch that would, for the most part, only happen with AI generated footage. It's very rare that I'm holding my arm up and my toy car mat in the background decides to flicker in front of my arm. That just doesn't happen. Now, to be clear, ABC wasn't saying that every video on her page was fake. They were way more specific than that. What they questioned was whether AI had been used to create scenes that made viewers believe they were actually watching genuine humanitarian work, when parts of what they were seeing had actually just been, AI generated. And then obviously, if you're asking people to trust you with something as serious as charity, that's pretty serious. This is a massive allegation. But the investigation didn't stop with the videos, because reporters also started looking into the foundation itself. So one of the bigger claims on the Lily J Foundation's website was that it had opened an orphanage in Uganda. And here the orphanage was referred to as Atozy, and the content around it made it sound like they were already operating and caring for children. But ABC contacted Uganda's Registry of Services Bureau, which told them they couldn't find an orphanage registered under that name. And operating an orphanage in Uganda requires government registration. And officials said that they couldn't locate Atozy or an orphanage registered under the Lily J Foundation. And the foundation has also claimed that they opened a bakery in Gaza to provide bread and support to local families. And I guess on paper, that's a wonderful idea. But ABC also reported that they couldn't verify the bakery's existence. They also said they couldn't geolocate it, and humanitarian sources working in Gaza reportedly told them that they've never heard of the bakery or the Lily J Foundation. Now, in conflict zones, verifying locations could be difficult, and the foundation would later argue that it intentionally doesn't reveal locations because doing that could put local partners at risk, apparently. But from ABC's perspective, this is becoming a pattern. A claimed orphanage investigators couldn't verify, a bakery investigated that they couldn't verify, videos that appeared to be just AI generated of people in the background and of them doing humanitarian work. Something's not right here. But then reporters stumble across something even crazier, because earlier this year, a press release announced that Lily J had received something called the 2026 Australia Global Excellence Award of Humanitarian Leadership. Has anyone ever heard of that award? Well, I haven't. Not like that really means too much because I can't really say that I'm too into the Australian award shows, but here's apparently some photos of Lily accepting this award, along with a statement saying that she was honored by the recognition but wanted to keep focus on the families in Gaza. And investigators also started asking a very simple question: who gives out this award? Because apparently they couldn't even find any evidence that this award existed outside of material connected to Lily J herself and the company called Real Media Group. Apparently, Real Media Group had published the press release announcing the award, but it also listed Lily J as one of its co-founders. So the public evidence of this humanitarian award appeared to come from a company that she was allegedly connected to. Then investigators analyzed the award photos themselves, and both images contained Google's SynthID watermark, a digital marker which basically tells the world that this is an AI generated photo. So my question here is, what are we doing here? Like, why? Oh man. If the photos of you receiving an award are AI generated, people are naturally going to start wondering whether the award ceremony ever happened in the first place. So if some of the images, videos, and even promotional material were allegedly created by AI, how much of the overall story can we really trust here? I mean, this whole thing is just making me feel insane because I can't tell you how many hours I've spent watching her videos and her website videos trying to figure out if they're AI or not. I'm like sitting here looking for like a sixth finger on people and stuff like that. But regardless, it seems like a whole lot of it's fake. And keyword seems. I can't say with 100% without a doubt that it's not fake, but a lot of it sure looks fake to me. But after several days of growing criticism, Lily J finally responded. Or well, sort of. It wasn't actually Lily speaking directly to her followers. Instead, a statement was posted on the behalf of the Lily J Foundation. And what's kind of interesting is the foundation didn't deny using AI for its footage and content, but they argued that people were misunderstanding what it was for. I mean, I think that's kind of gaslighting, but hey, let's see. So essentially they went, yeah, we used AI, and for a good reason that you guys just don't understand. Excuse me, what? So according to the statement, members of the foundation's marketing team had created a small amount of AI-generated clips featuring Lily J. They said these were only a few seconds long and they were meant to grab viewers' attention before transitioning into what they described as real footage from real humanitarian projects. So in other words, they were like, yeah, there was some AI used, but it was only as an intro. I'm not so sure about that, but they go on to insist the projects are real and the aid is delivered through local partners in multiple countries, and that the investigation did not prove otherwise. But as for the questions about the Gaza bakery and the other project locations, the foundation said it intentionally avoids revealing exact locations because doing so could endanger local staff and partners working in conflict zones. I don't know, that sounds a lot like a convenient excuse to me, but what do I know? But they also promised to increase transparency by releasing more raw unedited footage and even more live streams from future projects whenever it's safe to do so. Which, you know, if her website can be trusted, the entire homepage of the foundation says these sections are live, but no, they're not live. They're just like clips. What? Like you have the big blinking live logo on it, but they're just clips. Like this doesn't make sense. Slapping a live sticker on a YouTube short doesn't make it live. What are they on about? So yeah, if you click on any of these lives here, they just bring you to YouTube shorts from what I can tell. So I guess the whole, hey, we'll share more live videos is just them posting a bunch of YouTube shorts with a live logo on the top right corner. Like, it doesn't make sense. I am very lost here, honestly. Like, did they think that no one was gonna click on the clips? Like, what? But like, just let's think logically about this. If you're asking strangers on the internet to trust you with donations, why are you using AI at all? It just doesn't make sense to me. But Lily J became famous because people believed her story. Then she talked openly about leaving her old life behind. She documented converting to Islam. She spoke out about finding purpose, and millions of followers connected with that journey because it felt genuine. But now, after the AI controversy, some of these people are asking a way bigger question. If the parts of her humanitarian content weren't what they appeared to be, what else can we not trust here? Was the foundation exactly what followers believed it was? Or is some funny business going on here? Where is all of this donation money going to? I don't know. There's a lot of open-ended questions here. To be clear though, there's no evidence that Lily J's conversion to Islam was fake, and she continues to publicly identify as Muslim. And I mean, hopefully that's true, because people who use religion to grift are just scum. Like that's just the bottom of the barrel of people. But obviously, once people discovered that AI was being used in content tied to such an important topic as charity work, they started questioning everything. Well, I thought I was originally finished with the video at this point, but a couple hours before I posted this video, I realized, she responded to everything in a tearful 40-minute video. Oh boy, and just 1 minute into this video, I realized how much of a train wreck it really was.
Why would someone want to discredit such good work being done in Gaza in places like this? Why do you think they're trying to change the narrative? Who is going to benefit from this? I've only just recently started talking about political things, standing up for oppression, talking about anti-immigration and anti-Muslim attacks. As soon as I start talking about this, bang, smear campaign. Isn't that a little bit sus to you guys?
No. It's suspicious that you're using AI as proof of charity, and it's even more suspicious you open the video responding to it all by deflecting and essentially pulling an Andrew Tate by saying, oh, the Matrix is after me.
I'm basically the most watched Islamic content creator online, speaking up for Gaza, speaking up for the oppressed, speaking up about these social issues, and then all of a sudden this smear campaign comes. Who's actually going to profit if this good work we're doing stops?
What do you even mean by that? Also, no, she's not even close to being the top Muslim influencer. She doesn't take accountability. She doesn't prove any of her charities have been operating with either invoices or, proof that they've actively been providing aid. And by proof, I mean actual financial statements that's third-party audited.
I've seen all of this firsthand. Every single day I get updates showing what is going on in Gaza. All the buildings are destroyed and collapsed and there's rubble everywhere. And you want to believe all the fake media over this? All I've wanted to do is spread the message of Islam, spread the truth, and try and help people and stand up for the oppressed. Can you guys just jump ship after one article?
Well, I mean, the article raised some serious concerns about your charity work. Like, stop crying and just show the financial records, proving this charity is operating at the capacity it claims to be. And also prove that all the money being raised is actually going to charity.
And honestly, it wasn't even the article that upset me the most. It was the reaction from the Muslims. You guys don't understand how much hard work goes into this.
This is just such a weird response. Why are you making everything about identity rather than just proving that you are legit?
Why are you slandering me online? Aren't we meant to stick together as Muslims? How can Muslims just accuse people online without asking questions and getting the evidence first? I will get to the allegations, but just let me say one more thing. The West is afraid that Islam is taking over. They're afraid that their narrative is getting sabotaged. Every day I get DMs, they've embraced Islam. Thousands and thousands of people have accepted Islam. Thanks to Allah. Honestly, everything is all for Allah's sake.
It seems like she's just completely using religion as some sort of shield for her extremely questionable practices with her charity. Or it's not technically a charity, it's a logistics company. But then she goes on to FaceTime people to prove that her charity is real.
You guys gotta remember, these guys are out on the field. Like, this is dangerous. They're in war zones and we're worried about a FaceTime call just to prove that it's real.
I feel like just anyone who raises money for a cause should have no problem showing that the money is actually going to whatever cause that they're raising money for.
Alaikum salam. Where are you? What country?
Gaza.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, good. What are you giving today to the children?
Make a Thomason chocolate.
Yeah, that looks great.
Okay, so obviously the bakery was a big criticism here. When ABC News asked organizations that worked in Gaza, they had never heard of the Lily Jade Foundation, nor of this bakery. So essentially, she's like, look guys, the bakery is real. And she really wants to drive that in by saying this.
Can you show me the bakery, the back of the bakery, the machine? You can show me?
Yeah. Come on now.
Okay, show me. Very nice. You're making the dough? Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is the gene.
Beautiful. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so she is showing that at least some sort of Lily Jade branded pop-up bakery exists currently. But remember, in the criticism, they didn't know where the bakery was, so she didn't really share any information of where this bakery is. But I guess she doesn't want to show any financial records or invoices to show how much money is being raised for the bakery and how much money is actually going into the bakery. But technically, she doesn't have to because according to her own website, she's not even a charity. She's a logistics company. The Lily Jade Foundation Impact Framework, driven by purpose, built for speed, Lily Jade Foundation is a next-generation social enterprise and high-speed humanitarian logistics firm executing rapid aid deployment in global crisis zones. To maintain absolute speed, we operate as a private commercial structure. Purchases made on the site represent a commercial procurement service and are not tax deductible. If logistical or geopolitical issues prevent fulfillment, a full refund is guaranteed. So after reading that again, I actually do have a question that's relevant later on in this video, because later on in this video, she does respond again. We find out that the original bakery, it just doesn't exist anymore because that area was essentially seized. So my question is, was anyone refunded because they didn't have a bakery up and running? I don't know, because nothing's public. They're definitely lacking on the transparency front for people who are providing aid.
Oh, baby. MashaAllah. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, just the text of, and you want to believe this fake propaganda over this, for one, multiple typos, but also it just comes across as condescending, and that she's angry that she has to prove that she's actually doing charity work with the money that's being donated to her foundation. But unfortunately, I mean, it just doesn't prove that her foundation is legit. It just proves that she can do pop-ups and help people, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna hate on people who are providing aid, but her idea of proof is just calling people in Gaza that were allegedly providing aid for her organization. But the massive issue is, it looks like AI is still being used here as well. I mean, just look at the logo on this dude's vest.
Much. Thank you. Allah, thank you. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Guys, don't fall for this propaganda.
I'm not sure what kind of propaganda you're talking about, but I do see a logo going from Lily J to Lily JY to Lily A over the span of a few seconds. It's like it's flickering. It looks a little off to me. What do I know?
The news is trying to get 2 seconds of AI and make out like all of this is fake. Like they're trying to say Gaza doesn't need us. You can see firsthand they need us. They need our help. The mainstream media hates that I'm exposing the truth. They're trying to shut this down so the truth doesn't get out there.
Ma'am, just be honest and show the financial breakdown of where the money is going, because people won't trust you until you do so. Like at the end of the day, as soon as donations are involved, people want the money being raised to actually be going to what's being donated for. Like as soon as there's something that makes people doubt where the money is going, the whole thing falls apart. And this response is absolutely not reassuring whatsoever, because currently, I mean, this is just shady at best, and she really just comes across as a cult leader.
Secondly, I want to address, was AI used in any of the content? Short promotional content contained small elements of AI created by our marketing team. It was never, ever meant to substitute any real aid going on.
Okay, what about the charity award? Is that not misleading?
If a video has me in the beginning of the video, it gets 1 million views. If it doesn't, it gets like 10,000 views. It's just a simple way to get more awareness out there.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying that. Like at best, she's just completely tone deaf here, because there's nothing about her AI videos with her as AI that looks real.
But to say all the work is fake because one single AI clip for 2 seconds at the beginning of a video, how can you say it's all fake just because of this 2-second video?
Yeah, I just think this is a gross misrepresentation of what the original article claims. The AI looked fake. So ABC did some digging, and it was incredibly hard to verify any of Lily's work. Like, I don't think anyone is saying that she's not doing charity work. I believe she's doing charity work, but it definitely comes across as fishy and that they might be overrepresenting the real amount of charity they're doing, especially with them not being public about the financial records of this foundation that's kind of being pitched like this charity organization.
Harvey Lame sold his identity, his digital identity, for $1 billion. So this company is going to be using his identity as a digital avatar to sell products. This is the industry. This is where marketing is going.
Okay, don't even get me started that. I made a whole video on the whole Cobby thing. TLDR, he didn't actually sell his image for $1 billion. It was a very questionable at best transaction for a brief period of time that pushed his net worth over $1 billion. But since then, the value of those shares have dropped over 90%. So this is just another example of her just completely misrepresenting stuff. I don't know if she's doing that on purpose or not, but I do want to comment on her saying that she believes everything is just going to move into this whole genre where people will be leasing their likelinesses and it'll just all be AI. And sure, a lot of people will probably do this, but I disagree that it'll be a successful strategy, at least not in the Western world. So bringing it back to Cobby for a second, Cobby did all of this with a Chinese company. And from what I remember, the intention was so he could use his likeliness on these live TV shopping streams. But I do want to preface this real quick by saying I have a minimal understanding of the Chinese market and their viewership behaviors over there because I've never been to mainland China, nor do I speak the language. But it seems like they're at least a little bit more accepting of AI content. But as a Norwegian American, I feel like it's the opposite in both the US and in Norway and Europe. I, for one, definitely find myself gravitating to more authentic and personal content. I'm not going to sit here and watch an AI creator. But even putting AI aside, there's something about watching a creator with a smaller team making authentic content. Obviously, I'm probably biased here, but I've definitely been enjoying that a lot more over something that's produced by a massive TV or movie studio, because it often just feels way less bland. You can actually feel the passion in the content, and this goes outside of YouTube as well. Like, things have just become so hyper polished with AI and massive studios that people, and I myself included, just gravitate towards more raw experiences, which is why I think Obsession, Backrooms, and Iron Lung did so incredibly well. Obviously, this video will be on YouTube for a long time, so I guess we'll just kind of see how that take will age. But again, I think less AI and big studios and more creator-focused content with small, passionate teams will be what's going to be popular in the coming years. But anyway, back to Lily. I don't know why, but either her Instagram was taken down or she deleted it. And this is both for her personal and for her foundation. But she made another video responding to the situation just a few hours ago as of filming the second part of the video. Hence why I'm wearing two different shirts.
Guys, the following video was filmed yesterday, but I just needed to add one thing. This isn't a joke. I'm being attacked right now. They're trying to silence me. Last night, my Instagram account got banned. Even Amina's got banned. So many things are going on behind the scenes, you have no idea. First, everyone was convinced that everything was fake and the orphanage was fake. My first response video cleared all that up.
No, it didn't. Like, it all just still seems sketchy at best.
Now you're convinced that the bakery in Gaza was fake. But this video is going to prove without a doubt 100% that the bakery is real, the aid was real, the original video was not AI at all, and this is all propaganda and completely false. Just give me some time to respond. There's so much going on behind the scenes.
I mean, regardless, the letters moving around the dude's vest looked very questionable. But let's see what she says.
Instead of making 70 excuses before thinking bad and giving the benefit of the doubt, you guys have instead made 70 allegations slandering me. So now I've had to put up 70 cameras to prove that this is all real and not AI. Do you guys need 70 videos to prove this is true? This goes completely against Quranic principles, guys. This is the last time I'll be posting about this or addressing all this slander and hate, because I'm not a conspiracy channel. I'm not about this. My channel's about dawah and spreading love and showing the truth. First, you guys say that everything's fake. Everything, all the aid's fake, it's all AI.
Again, I don't think anyone is saying that it's all fake. I don't think anyone is questioning that she's providing aid. It's just a simple balance sheet thing. How much money is she raising? How much money is she spending on aid? How is this aid being deployed? If she was registered as an actual charity in the US, we would have this information. But again, according to her website, she's a logistics company.
Then I bring out my first response. I show the aid is real. I go multiple times FaceTime with multiple teams. I show different countries, Gaza, Sudan. I show so much of the aid live on FaceTime. In my original video, I addressed the company structure. I addressed how AI was used and how it wasn't used to deceive anyone. And a lot of creators online actually issued public apologies and deleted their videos.
Okay, just giving yourself a fake AI charity award comes across as extremely deceiving to me. I'm also very interested in which creators deleted and apologized, because that video that we just watched earlier didn't really answer too much other than the fact that she does provide aid and there is a bakery. I feel like a lot of the speculation about the bakery was, how long has it been up and running? And is it a pop-up or not? For example, I'm not saying this is happening. This is just speculation and obviously an example. They could have ran a pop-up bakery for a couple days, then stopped, but pretended like the bakery was just going and giving away free food the entire time. I don't know. Then hypothetically, when they get criticized, they could hypothetically again go back and reopen a new pop-up bakery, make this video and go, guys, it's real. Look, this bakery is up and running. It's been up and running. Again, this is just so hard to verify, especially when they're not transparent with the invoices and financial documents.
So anyone out there that still has their videos up after this, I expect you to delete your content and issue a public apology. I'm not even joking. And if you don't, I'm going to hold you accountable to Allah on the day of judgment. And also in this world, I will be filing lawsuits for defamation and slander and harassment and for copyright.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't come across as sleazy at all. One would think it would be way easier to just explain, hey, this is how much we've raised and this is how we've deployed the money. Then pay for a trusted third-party auditor to confirm the information is actually real. That would be a whole lot cheaper and better for her brand than threatening creators for asking questions about her questionable foundation. And if you don't want people asking questions as a charity giving aid, be transparent with your financial documents and don't give yourself an AI-generated award for charity.
The accusations you are throwing out there is just ridiculous, saying this bakery is fake. I am going to show solid, hardcore, 100% evidence that that first bakery was real, and you will see and you will regret everything you said about me online.
Okay, awesome. Let's see it.
Firstly, this Gaza bakery. This original video was posted in 2025. Some of you are saying that this video was deleted. That is just absolute lies. I've never deleted it. I've never archived it. I'm gonna go on my page right now so you can see. This is the original raw footage of the original bakery when it first opened. See all these clips here? This is all the original bakery.
Alhamdulillah. مرحبا بكم في فريق منطقة غزة. شكرا لمؤسسة ليلي.
Okay, so again, we've already established there was once a bakery.
I've got a voice memo from the team telling me the bakery was attacked. And this voice memo, subhanAllah, I posted in my Instagram exclusive channel. I'll play it for you guys now so you can see. Channel, my exclusive content. If you go down, you will see I've posted a voice memo of the team.
Hi Lily, how are you? I have to tell you that the bakery is closed right now because the area the bakery is in is dangerous, risky, because there is some evacuation orders there to the people from the Israeli forces. So we can't go there. The bakery is closed and that's it. So I have to put you in the picture of the thing.
Okay, so it did close down. So it was a pop-up, which could explain why the people ABC asked hadn't heard of them. But why wasn't there a public announcement that it was shut down? Why is this hidden on a members only post? Like, this is just so weird. And on top of that, it seems like they're actively deleting comments on the video, because I keep seeing comments saying that she falsely copyright striked another creator, but then suddenly those comments just disappear. I also can't find the creator they're talking about in the comments, so hopefully he wasn't striked down. If he was, though, I hope he gets his stuff back ASAP, because fair use exists for a reason on YouTube, and people have the right to criticize and commentate over content uploaded to YouTube as long as it's transformative in nature. Regardless, though, she goes on to continue to call people and then show a bunch of footage that, again, that she is providing aid.
They hadn't had water for 2 weeks. Watch the video. The guy was crying, saying we haven't had water for 2 weeks. And then we did our second truck, and you can hear bombs in the background while they're delivering the truck to the guys. They're driving into the war zone to deliver water. They're risking their own lives to help their people while there's bombs going off. And this is all before we even asked for 1 cent from anyone. I was just showing what we had accomplished. I think it's pretty clear that this bakery was real, which is now occupied, shut down, and attacked. It wasn't AI, it was 100% real. The people were real. There was no AI at all in that video. The aid was real. Shame on all of you that spread lies and slander online with absolutely no proof. Not even the original article said that was AI. Do you think the guys that did the original investigation, if they thought that was AI, do you think they'll leave that out? If you guys are truly, truly Muslim and you fear Allah, you will delete your videos or unpublish your videos. The least you can do is unpublish those videos, because this is not just affecting me, it's affecting the dawah and the Islam being spread online and the beauty of Islam.
I really just don't like how she's essentially doing a bunch of whataboutism arguments and attaching herself to religion and using it like a shield for criticism. She's essentially made 2 separate half-hour-long videos where she's really not addressing the real elephant in the room. Like, instead of answering the important questions here, she's kind of seemingly nitpicking criticism from random creators instead. This should be a very straightforward response. She should open the video, introduce herself, explain the AI award show and why AI was used, and then she should show what she raised for charity and how it was spent or deployed. She should pay for a trusted third-party auditor to actually confirm this information and leave it there. And that's how she would regain trust if she's actually being honest. But instead, it seems like she's just angry and she's criticizing Muslims for criticizing her. So I went through a bunch of the videos that are criticizing her, which I think that she's talking about, and the main ones that I saw were from Dean Responds, Rami Al-Khalil, and Farid Response. And all of these guys have gone way into depth on even more allegations some of her past, including that she was arrested and accused of stealing $75,000 from a Chinese businessman in Thailand. Okay, so after looking it up, she was in fact arrested, but there's no public information on what happened after that. Like, I don't know if she was sentenced or not. She did respond to this allegation, but it seems like she's upset that they are Muslim and are criticizing her. So she ends her video with this.
Another thing I wanted to address, did I steal $70,000 in Phuket? No, I have not stolen a cent. I've been contracted for this story, so I can't talk about it too much, but I will tell you, I did not steal $70,000. My husband's inside the bank with the Chinese man. My husband calls me saying, deal's done. Can you come pick up the money to take to the lawyer? I picked it up and I went to the lawyer and dropped it off. It was a civil dispute. The judge looked at our receipts and told us to go home. Honestly, I shouldn't even be speaking about this. Shame on you Muslims. Talking about my past like this. Shame on you all. Even if it was true, you shouldn't be speaking about this. We're meant to be covering each other's faults, for crying out loud. I don't understand how you guys can be Muslims speaking dawah online and have double standards and slandering me.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a pathetic attempt of narrative control. At the end of the day, what people are worried about is how much money are they receiving for charity and how much money are they spending for charity? Is any of this money being spent for other purposes? I don't know, because they're not public with it, and that's what the entire internet is asking right now. Currently, her response doesn't really give me confidence that she's being a good steward of funds that's meant for charity, because instead of actually just showing the real proof, she just shows elements of proof and flips the script back on the people for criticizing her, and then threatens that she's going to sue her critics. Like, at the end of the day, what matters to people is how much money is she raising for charity and how much of that is actually going to charity, and out of that money that's going to charity, is it being efficiently deployed? But again, she's technically not legally required to share this information because, again, according to her website, she's a logistics company. So if anyone was wondering, that's how and why a massive TikToker is completely panicking because she was caught faking charity content with AI photos and videos. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you want another insane deep dive video, you can click right here because I actually travel across the United States for this one. And that's just one of the craziest videos I've ever made. But regardless, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.